the Locked On NFL Scouting podcast, talking about Amari Cooper and what they see when they watch him on film.
I think Amari Cooper's so good. Every time I watch Amari Cooper, I don't get it. I don't know how this guy's been on like 3 different teams at this point in his career. He's a great football player. The route running, the hands, the body control. He's not limited in any way. I think that's the best way I'd put it. He's above average in everything across the board. He's productive. He's been productive with multiple quarterbacks.
And he's one of the most technically proficient receivers in football.
Oh man, I would jump if I were a team that had a chance to get Amari Cooper. I'd jump at the chance to do it. I think he's an absolute.
Remember when he got traded for a 5th?
Brother, I can't reconcile that to save my life. I cannot. Great move by the Browns.
He was owed $20 million. That's all.
Well, as I'm watching them this morning, I'm thinking to myself, man, what if they didn't get Amari Cooper? Like, because they had some issues there at receiver for a while. It's like, man, how do you stumble into that? That's a great move to have him. He's so good.
And Tyler, the thing that goes unstated, we didn't know last year, he's playing with a core muscle injury when Deshaun Watson came back. So he wasn't 100%, and he was still pretty good.
Yeah, the fact that Amari Cooper put up the numbers he did, and I'll go over them, 78 receptions, and that was on 126 targets. He still nearly had 1,200 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns, which was 4th in the NFL, 81.2 overall grade, 83.6 receiving grade. He did that with, and this isn't a knock against Jacoby Brissett, he did that with Jacoby Brissett as his quarterback. Imagine what Amari Cooper can do when he gets a full year with Deshaun Watson, who many of us believe is going to prove to us that he is that top 10 level NFL quarterback. Amari Cooper should have a fantastic year. And if you look at throughout his entire career, Amari Cooper has been very underrated, in my opinion. Some say, oh, he's not a number 1 receiver. Amari Cooper's had nearly 1,000 yards or well over 1,000 yards every year of his career, I believe, except for 2021 in Dallas. And Dallas had a lot of other issues in 2021 at the quarterback position. So Amari Cooper's produced everywhere he's went. He was with the Raiders when the Raiders were having quarterback issues and really struggling as a franchise, and still produced with the Raiders. He's produced everywhere he's been. He's one of the premier route runners in the league. He also is one of the best at creating separation. He's going to have a big year under Deshaun Watson. But I really think that people need to appreciate Amari Cooper while he's still a member of the Browns, because with the way his contract is situated and with him going to be 30 years old in 2024, the Browns are going to have a tough decision to make on Amari Cooper coming up.
Well, and to illustrate just how good he is, Pro Football Focus grades for different route types last year, so the 2022 season. Slant routes, a minimum of 10 targets. A.J. Brown, number 1 at 97. Amari Cooper, number 2, 93.7. Stephon Diggs, 92.3, was 3rd. Out routes, minimum 10 targets. Diggs, 93.8. Jamar Chase, 93.2. Amari Cooper, 3rd, 92.2. Comeback routes, minimum of 3 targets. Elijah Moore, recently acquired by the Browns, 93.2. McLaurin, 89.1. Amari Cooper, 87.5 rating. So what that tells you, he can run over the middle, he can run outside, and he can run back to the ball. There's not much more you want a wide receiver to do.
Exactly. Amari Cooper can play any of the positions at wide receiver that you ask him. He's even lined up at the slot, even though that's not his preferred position or where you want to use him the most. He's just a mismatch everywhere he is on the field. And just think of what he can do when he's fully healthy, because we really didn't see that a lot last year. And what did Amari Cooper do? He still had 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Give him a healthy year with Deshaun Watson, and I think it could be really special, one of the best tandems in the league. It's awesome that he's a member of the Browns and that we get to see the talent that Amari Cooper has, and the fact, again, that Andrew Berry acquired him for giving up pretty much nothing to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys then this offseason having to go out because they need another receiver and have to pay Brandon Cooks the money they are and trade draft picks for him. It's just kind of funny. It just shows that Andrew Berry in his trades, he always is going to get not only the better player, but the best value when acquiring said player.